Hello, welcome to episode 3 of Gilgamesh playing the altars. Last time we created our first altar. We had a branching in Jan's path.
Man, can we talk?
And we created this nice fellow, Jan Technician. With which we later then, after, saving our base and making us move, which hopefully saves us from sunrise, even though it's probably just gonna delay the sunrise a little, so I'm assuming that's gonna be the timer that is gonna keep us on our toes, right, on edge. And then we add some pierogi with him, and now we're friends, I guess. Yes, and now suddenly Technician Jan told us to create even more altars, which is kind of weird to me because, he was pretty mad at us for doing this to him, I would assume. But hey, I guess he thinks it's okay to do it to others, so yeah. We also had the theory, and it's still a working theory, not sure, but it might be, that, creating altars doesn't actually create new minds, but plucks those minds from an alternate reality, right? And that is why all of our crewmates are dead, because, their mind has been plucked into a different reality through this altars program, through the quantum computers, right? So, yeah, let's see if any of this holds true. And let's start with the first chapter here after finishing the prologue last time. Let's go. Alright, Jan Technician wants to talk. I don't think that's that good of an idea, because we really need to get going in this new place, right? But hey, whatever. What do you want? What? No, F is to talk, right, not E. He's already drinking beer. Give him the multi-tool. That's something we found in one of the suitcases, right, from the cargo drops. Let's first see what he wants to discuss with me.
You wanted to discuss with me? I wanted to congratulate you.
Well, thank you. What for? Is it our birthday?
Having a smart me on board. Seriously?
Thank you.
Yeah. I flipped through some manuals while you were sitting on your hands. Looks like we had the base operating in minimum maintenance mode. Oh? Yeah. But
Isn't that good?
I played around with functionality options and, hey presto, we got some new handy toys unlocked. Tools in the workshop and such.
But that means we're not in low maintenance mode anymore, right? Good, that'll keep you busy. It's... I kind of want to take this, like it's what I'd expect from a technician, but this sounds kind of dismissive, right? So let's thank him, because that's actually good, I think, even though I'm not sure about the turning off low maintenance thing, but okay.
Wow. Oh, thanks. I can't wait to check them out. No problem. There's also some upgrades available in the building module. Sound like something you'd like to play around with too?
Well, obviously. Surprise! We're getting out of the prologue and suddenly we have more options. Who'd have thought that would happen, right? Sweet, we could do with some improvements. Or I wasn't planning on getting cozy here. Still sweet, thank you.
We could do with some improvements here.
Don't know how long we'll be here, right?
Don't start fantasizing too much. Remember, everything costs resources.
Which means I need to go out there and get us some resources.
Wherever we are and however long we're staying, it might just be wise to see if we can set up a mining outpost instead of relying on shallow deposits.
Obviously.
Just in case. Sound advice.
Which means we do want a second mining outpost anyways, right? Because we only have one so far, and we probably do need one for at least organics and one for metals, right? And then probably also more pylons. We need more pylons. Always need more pylons. Oh, I love the StarCraft throwback. Even the multi-tool. I'm not sure if we should be doing that. It sounds like maybe each of these... Last time we found some collectibles, right? The multi-tool, we found the movie as well. We haven't built a movie theater yet, I guess. A soccer ball and something else, I think, right? And I was wondering if those are just just completionist things, like collectibles to collect for vanity, right? or if there is a actual meaning to them, if you can use them for anything. And it seems you can actually use them for anything. Now, I'm assuming that this is just going to increase our relationship and probably, like increase his mentality. So I'm not sure if I should be doing that now, because I think his mentality is pretty good right now. So I'm not sure if, like it can go above 100%, right? So I think I might hold on to that. I'm not sure what it will do. And obviously we are not safe scumming here, so I'm not going to do it and just check it out. But I think I'm going to hold on to that for now, because first of all, I doesn't know what it means to him. I'm not sure if it is a... Well, it is a memento, right? But he doesn't know that we have it, so it's not like... And it's also... I mean, it's ours. It's not like we need to give it to him, right? So I think I'm going to keep it for now. I'm also not sure if I can give it to other versions of ourselves, right? Or only to this one. So I'm going to keep it for now, not give it to him yet. Alright, let's have a... I do want to have a quick look at the base and what we can build. I think that stops time, right? Because obviously I want to optimize the time that we have outside. Because there's probably going to be some hazard in the evening again, right? And then we still have time to build stuff and like that. But also, we have 100 metals. No minerals, no enriched metals. No raw food, obviously. Okay. So what do we have? A greenhouse. Nice. Greenhouse, research lab, refineries. Probably to do enriched metals, right? Yes. An infirmary, social room, which needs minerals. Even more StarCraft now, right? Now we are gathering minerals. Yeah, but at some point we also need to upgrade our base, right? Because I can see... Well, this, for example, social room is really big. Is it 6 or 7? It's really hard to see it. I don't know why they have the size like this instead of just a number, because it's really hard to count, for me at least, for my old eyes. Really hard to count the bars that are next to each other. I'm also not sure, is this spacing off between the bars, or is it just my eyes? I think it's off, right? It's not the same, so that's weird. Maybe it's just my... No, I think it's the same on the other screen as well, so... That's weird, but okay, whatever. So it's 6 wide. Could we even build this? Also, the infirmary is 6 wide. I guess we could build it up there. I think we want to move the machinery down then we would have 6 over here for a social room, right? Next to the kitchen, that would make sense. And then the machinery is also right next to the tank, which it doesn't have to be, but it kind of makes sense. Did it also... Oh. I thought it would have cost us more. The training cost should be 168 organics, right? And why do we still have 230? Oh, because we didn't go where we wanted to, right? Right. Because we broke down. Yeah, right. We still don't know why we actually stopped here, right? Right, okay. Okay, we have the womb up there. We probably want the womb next to the infirmary. Obviously, we don't probably need to have... Like, you don't need to optimize any paths here. Just I would like... I like to think about how would I really want it if this was an actual real... If I would actually be there, right? But obviously, I would want the womb next to the infirmary, probably, right? Also thinking of moving everything to the right. Oh, these are 4. Okay, never mind. I can move the communication room next to the command center, because that also makes sense. And then we can build the infirmary up here, even though it would be 6, right? Oh, we're probably we're gonna expand the base at some point anyways, right? For which we need research, so we would need a lab for this. Let's move the... Gonna go back. Storage to the very bottom here. Why? Dude. Thank you. Obviously we would need another... Oh, we can't reach it. Fine, right? I don't know why I'm trying to... Or why I am currently... Dang, not a corridor. That's not what I wanted. Okay, at least we get the full refund. I wanted the elevator, thank you. There we go. Like this. Okay. Alright, then we have like the social deck. For now, we have the work deck. Well, not sure where to put the quantum computer. I would like to put it there, but we cannot reach it there, unfortunately. Maybe next to the machinery over here. Then again, we couldn't use anything over here. But again, we're gonna expand it anyways, right? So it's probably gonna expand to all sides. So, all right. All right. I don't need to optimize any of that. I'm feeling like I probably can't do research, right? I'm probably gonna need a research altar first. It can only be used by an ally core certified scientist, exactly. I'm not sure if I'm gonna need a specialist for all of this. A hydroponic farm using rapidium to grow vegetables faster. Thanks to ingredients harvested here, you can forget about eating mush, at least for some time. You need rapidium? Oh no, it costs 20 rapidium. But then probably no more after that, right? We don't yet need any enriched metals. So this is the least priority for now, I would say. I feel like research lab would be the highest priority, but then we do need another an altar for this. Like we can do with some mush for some time, right? Even though I do want them to eat good because I'm just a nice guy, right? So greenhouse is probably the next thing we want to do. But I feel like research lab would be the most important because research, I mean, if you think about Frostpunk especially, right? Research is so important. There's probably going to be a research tree of any sort or something like that, and the sooner you start researching that, the better, right? The only problem that is holding me back of instantly building this research lab is I don't know if immediately after placing it we will get the chance to create an altar that can research there, right? I think the last altar cost us 20 rapidium, right? We used 10 to clone the sheep, and then we had 6 in the beginning. We used 10 to make the sheep, and then 20 to make the technician. Can we give them names? I don't like calling the technician. But you know, the problem is, I think at some point we're gonna have to kill them to make other altars, so... I'm not sure if we're gonna have to. Because I'm pretty sure we're gonna have additional slots. So, and knowing 11-bit studios, I know they're not gonna force us into like bad or, you know, evil decisions. There's always gonna be the option to do so, but they'll never have to. And I would like to not kill any of them, if possible. Which also means, well, we're gonna need a scientist anyways, right? We're gonna need this research lab. Oh boy. Alright, let's build the research lab. I'm assuming that as soon as we build the research lab, we're probably gonna get a quest to create another altar. Then actually, maybe... okay, I do want to build the research lab because I want to see if we get the quest. Let's have it behind the womb. Because we don't have space on the... oh, maybe down here. Actually next to the quantum computer. That makes kind of sense, right? Yes. Actually, I feel like we want to have Luin, like, maybe... have all the work stuff in the middle and the social stuff at top, so let's maybe swap all of this. Dude. Ah. I want you over here, thank you. Right. Because it feels weird if you're like you're just born and then the first thing you do is go past where the workstations, right? It would make more sense to have the social area up here where the people are born, right? So they can go to the kitchen, eat something, go to the social room, stuff like that. And all the other builds, all the other modules that you might get at some point, or maybe not. Alright, did I build a lab? I did build a lab. Okay, so we did not immediately get a quest, so assuming we need to go there first and see what we find. To be fair, choose research should be done by the scientist, I think it said, right? Or by a scientist? No, by the scientist. Okay, so pretty sure we can't do it ourselves. Cheaper batteries. This is gonna be fantastic. I love this. Oh, this is so good. This triggers so many sparkly feelings in my brain. You know, like this is Frostpunk all over. There's so many. As I said the last 2 times in the first two episodes, like there's so many games I have played that this game seems to be pulling from, or at least be similar to. And every single time I like, oh, this was so cool at this game, and then I feel like right at home, and I feel like cozy, and this is like the research tab in Frostpunk, and my brain goes, yes, please. But at the same time, it's not just this combination; it also has this mind-exploding idea of having a life and just branching from this life. Actually, as I said before, this very much reminds me on Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, right? So even that's a movie, not a game, but still even that reminds me of something else, right? So it's for sure not original. Is it original? I'm not sure. I've never seen that in a game, I have to say. So how they it's funny. We've only been past the prologue. I don't even know yet how this is gonna play out, right? But the potential that I see here, pulling from all these different games, mixing them together, and it's still making sense. And seeing the potential of what this can become, I'm so excited to keep playing this game. I've not been so excited for a game for a long time, I have to say. Actually, not true, because I've started playing Hollywood Animal like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and I already have like 60 hours racked up on it. But this is just triggering my Excel sheet simulator brain. This is something total different. I'm trying to convey my excitement for this game to you, if you can't tell so far. And it's... Woo! I'm having difficulty doing so. Alright, so usually in Frostpunk, economy is king. I'm assuming it's gonna be similar here. We're gonna need to research for the mission here as well at some point. Interesting. Now, what does this need? Does it just need time? It just needs time, as it seems, at least so far. Then again, we still don't have a scientist, right? So we probably can't do anything here yet. I don't know what batteries are for. A suit battery. Assuming this is gonna refill our... I'm not sure if we are gonna be... I'm assuming at this point that we... and we, mean original Yarn, are gonna be the only ones that are actually gonna go outside of the base, right? Maybe not, who knows, we'll see. I'm not sure if we need this to build additional suits. And again, we should have enough suits, right? Because there should have been a crew of like 8 people, right? So yeah, I don't yet know what the batteries are for, so we're not gonna do that, if we can even choose something. I'm currently assuming that we probably can work in the research lab, but it's just going to take us 6 hours. And if we have a scientist, it's probably going to be 50% quicker, just as with the technician, who has the perk of doing technician work 50% quicker, right? Mining minerals, rubidium, and organics is 15% faster. Mining and refining enrichment metals 15% faster. Mining metals 15% faster. Wait, what? Interesting. Why is there one separate for metals, but one for metals and... Oh no, this is mining and refining. Enriched metals. Only enriched metals, okay. So currently I'm thinking we need metals and organics, so I'm probably gonna choose one of those. Let's see, what else do we have? A recycler. Module that produces organics daily. The more people in base, the more organics are produced. That's also a really nice thing. Just passive income of organics. But we probably don't need that yet, right? As long as we can... And again, it's passive income. Passive income is always really good. Because then you don't need to, you need to spend less time gathering those resources, right? And you can spend it on different things. But not only do you get the resources, but you can also spend your time on something else, right? Base maintenance workplace unlocks a second workplace in the base maintenance module. I don't think we have a base maintenance module yet. Radiation filters, wow, are expensive. Holy hell. Vertera drill, what's that? Looks like a fan. The drill generates a laser beam that... Okay, no fan. Don't use that to fan air into your face. Generates a laser beam that allows the melting down of rock formations on the planet. It requires a cartridge to work, so I'm gonna assume we're gonna be removing rocks that are in our way with this. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna need lots and lots of metals. So first, there's suit battery. Use to recharge the suit during blinded exploration. Each battery can only be used once. Okay, so we don't need it because we can still recharge on the base and also outposts, right? But if we're gonna go, it's basically a, what are they called? Battery, not a battery pack. Recharge. I don't know what they're called. You know, a USB recharging is a thing where you can recharge your phone, right? Once it goes down, but we don't need that yet. Also, it's expensive. All right, we're gonna be conservative with our radiation filters. Because at this point we know that if we don't use a radiation filter overnight, it's gonna our radiation intake is gonna increase, right? And if we use them, it's gonna decrease. So we can probably just swing back and forth with those by using one every odd day, basically, right? All right, we first need to find a deep deposit, if possible, for mining metals. Not sure if you might... I don't know if we need more pylons. We need to go out first and explore a little, right? So I don't think we're gonna want to waste or use any materials yet. Cooked meal. Yeah. That's what we could use the... Yeah, I really want to do the greenhouse as soon as possible, obviously, so we can have cooked meals, right? To increase true happiness. Which might not be necessary, but I want to play these games with morals in mind, as I would really do it if I was in this. I'm immersing myself into Yarn, and I want everybody to be as happy as possible for as long as possible. So let's see how that is going to work out. So I want them to be able to eat cooked meals and not just mush. And I don't think they're gonna turn bad at some point, right? At least he doesn't say so. All right, so I think we want the recycler? Or do we want metal efficiency first? Now, I'm currently assuming that I would have to stand in the lab for 6 hours, right? So it's basically a whole day that we would just research metal efficiency. The question is it worth doing that? Because we already know that we're gonna create a scientist at some point, right? Maybe we can even do that now. Let's have a look. If we can go to the quantum computer, which I think is now down here somewhere, right? And immediately create another altar. Or if we need to wait until we get a quest for that. Alright, immediately I see a lot of new... Alright, we can already see all the branchings. Oh my god, we have free control. It doesn't seem like we can use every single node to branch from, right? But there's a lot of them. Oh my freaking hell. And we can do it all on our own. Botanists. Okay, it seems only the scientists can research new technologies, right? So obviously this is what we're gonna have to do next. And I'm assuming this is where he didn't take the PhD, right? Where you're gonna branch from. Breaking free a refiner. Yeah, the problem is we can only have 3 people currently. Well, 3 altars, so 4 people. And I'm not gonna create 2 more immediately. I wanna keep that last slot available because I'm assuming we're gonna need one at some point from the story. Probably the doctor, actually. Cooks food fast, so that's funny. It's like, oh yeah, you know, like when you need a doctor, he's there, but for all the other time, he just cooks. Shrink. Comforts altars in the contemplation room. In the contemplation room? Okay, I don't want to think about what that is. Does it mean that we can shrink them to open up a slot and then they're just gonna be stored somewhere, basically? I don't want to think about that right now. Obviously, a miner would be handy, but hey. All of those would be handy, right? 50% efficiency when crafting items in the workshop. I wonder if that's gonna play a part at some point. You know, like if we need to continuously... I mean, obviously, we continuously need to create filters, for example, right? At some point. But currently, I would probably want to do the scientist and the botanist. The scientist, obviously, we need the scientist. So let's, if we get the chance to do so, let's immediately do the scientist. And obviously, you can also see that we can indeed branch from branched paths as well. Oh god, I love this. This is great. Right, path of science. Maybe it wasn't the most profitable decision, but Lena supports it. She said she loves our camping getaways. and the way she listens to you when you told her your plans for your PhD project motivates you like hell. Who said you can't pursue the path of science and be rich? And we need 20 Repidium again, so the cost so far hasn't increased. We're gonna do the scientist. Mind records, analysis. Initiating branching procedure. Branching in progress. Simulating life path. Branching procedure completed. New awareness ready. Jan Dolsky. Can we give them... Jan Scientist. Can we give them different names or something? Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be nice? Alright, you know what time it is? Time to read the life of the scientist. How was it different? Wait, but why am I back here? I didn't want to go there. Oh no, did we leave her? That was where he came from, right, okay. Yeah, obviously we left her. I thought she would maybe come with us or something. 27 years old. Research comes first. You give Lena a wave as she walks you to the bus for the airport. She's gonna be fine. It's only a few months and... and she's been busy with her own project anyway. You love the way the two of you can give each other space. Of course, it would be great to move out of that student's dorm already. But research comes first. Always. That's not gonna go well, is it? With her. Drifting apart, there we go. Oh no, answer the phone, come on. Equations on your blackboard stir mixed feelings in you. The result is not what you expected, but on the other hand, you feel that familiar tingling in your stomach. You may be onto something completely new here. Shit, you completely forgot about Lena. She wanted to come and pick her things from your place. You need to call her and postpone. Pick up her things from your place. Ugh! Really? It only took like 1 year? 1 year and you already... ended your relationship? One year later, a breakthrough. This is it. You knew it would be a breakthrough. First a grant and now a serious investor. How about enlarging the team? Getting an office, maybe? And a new set of clothes. You can't go on looking like an underpaid postgrad student. There's gonna be a lot of business meetings ahead of you. Jan? Sure, okay. Eyes on the prize, 30 years. Could your research really contribute to finding Rapidium one day? Going in the direction of nanotech and space exploration could increase the chances of that. You really need to focus. Success is just around the corner. It's kinda interesting, you know, like, imagine this being your life, well, not this exact one, but you being Jan, and seeing how your life could have been different if you just decided to took a different decision at some point in your life. That's gotta be somehow depressing, no? You both changed. Oh, they're meeting again? Interesting. You look at her in astonishment. Lena? Is that you? Fancy meeting her at this conference. Looks like she's gone far too. Not as far as you, obviously. She's changed. You both have. Amazing how young and immature we were back then. Seems like ages ago. Good to see she's done well for herself. Wasn't it like 5 years, 6 years? So did they find together again? No. The Pinnacle. You read the contract over and over again. Ally Corps. Spice mining missions want your tech on board. This must be the pinnacle of your career. You've worked so hard for this. Well done, Jan. Now, let's get to work. Science always comes first. No, research always comes first. Getting on board. The data seems inconsistent. What could be the reason for those failures? You've gone through it with the whole team and still something's missing. The tech is well tested. Maybe it's not being used properly. You've heard rumors that in the race for success, Ally Corps sending just about anyone those Dolly missions. Maybe they need you on board. Project Dolly. Just one final radio check and you're good to go. Time to sort this mess out in person. Interesting that all of these paths do indeed lead to Project Dolly, right? But then again, if you go by the theory that we can only pluck the mind of someone who is in the program, it would make sense, right? That all of these alternative versions do end up in Project Dolly. Because if they wouldn't, going by my theory, then you couldn't pluck them from an alternate reality, right? Alright, so let's head up to the womb. Yep. Hi, Molly. Oh, it takes 8 hours. Okay, good to know. Well, alright, time to explore then. Didn't have to build the lab then yet, I guess. Okay. Does our technician have to say anything about it? Nope. Alex 1 below, okay. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with here. Also, I do want to put in a filter. Actually, let's do that before we go. Does it feel like we want to go have radiation go down a little, right? To start. Right, it's not there anymore. It's now down over here, right? No, what? How did I put the machinery? There it is. Alright. Alright, we want to find metal. This looks like metal, isn't that nice? Metals, well, obviously we want to find everything, but metals is probably the most important right now. Is this organics or is it just some fog? Hey, it stopped raining. Oh, I guess this is minerals? No, this is organics. Interesting. I guess this is just red rocks then, right? Not actual metals. We did make the climbing hook, right? Yes, okay.
So, this is why we stopped. A lava river.
That makes sense. Well, I guess we could just roll over that, right? It's large enough.
Plan B then, I guess. We'll need to figure out if there's a way around.
It doesn't look that big. Couldn't we just roll over that?
Wonder how many more surprises this planet has in store.
Kinda weird that we're finding organics, but not metals. And there's an organics deposit. I would prefer a... Okay. Still shows it on the map, even though we already... Really? Mined from it. Don't really need organics, apparently. Oh no, we can still mine from it, but the tank is full, I see. Yeah, we don't want organics currently, so... Let's not keep ourselves occupied with that for too long, right? We really want those metals and minerals if possible. Oh, I see red dust over there. Can we get through there somewhere? Somehow?
These loose rocks look like they might be passable.
Okay, that's what we need to drill for.
Only I had a tool to drill through them.
I don't think we can build a drill already, right? Oh no, we can. It would cost all our metals though. Okay. Special equipment is needed to drill through rocks. Yes, please. Make the drill in the workshop to be able to clear this path. Let's see if we can find another metal deposit somewhere. Ah, there we go. There are two sources of metal nearby, and metals deposit and enriched metals deposit. Approach them to learn more. Approach them to learn more. Yeah, we do need the metals first. I just realized he can build the... Oh, I thought I had to go and pick up the assignments. You can assign your alters to work on the base or outposts outside. Okay, so they also go outside. Press tab and choose assignments. The alters are scheduled to work from 9 to 9. However, the number of hours given alter is working depends on his emotional state. Highly motivated alters will work longer, while those in a bad mood will finish earlier. You can find the alter's work capacity and the number of hours he's already worked on that day close to his portrait. The estimation box tells you how much work alters should complete before the end of the day. Alright. So obviously we're gonna having do base maintenance afterwards. Okay. This deposit allows you to mine metals at a normal pace, without any health risks. Without any health risks. It's a deep deposit, so we need to scan it first though, right? Pick up what we can find outside first. Yeah, but the good thing is I can have them build stuff while I'm outside, and once they're done building it, I can't just use it immediately, right? Because we have a shared inventory between our personal inventory and the base. Scan wave. Hold F to send a scan wave. The wave appears on the scanned ground and moves towards the deposit. Oh, okay. Follow the wave to find it. I see. Sending a scan wave costs 1 energy. I see. Which course should reduce the time we need to pinpoint. There we go. The location of the deposit rather quickly. To reduce it rather a lot. What's this? Travel pylon. A pylon used for traveling comes with a suit recharger. I guess we can... What? Teleport there? I do have so many of those. Yeah, but I guess you can use those for hooking it up, hook up some fast travel, without the need of having to build an outpost, right? But we can build this so that we can also have the enriched deposit over there in range. Alright. So obviously we do want more mining outposts right now to get enriched metals and minerals and organics, right? Drill cartridge. Oh yeah, we need a cartridge, right? Ugh. Don't think we currently have one, right? You know, the drill didn't come with batteries, I guess, haha.
All done. Should I take care of this now?
You're gonna work on the metals outpost? Sure. Thank you. Then I don't have to do it. Alright, so I'm just gonna have a look at... Oh yeah, I really like that they have this quality of life, that they actually are proactive in choosing new things to do. Oh. This deposit allows you to mine metals and enrich metals, which can be further refined. Mining the deposit is quick, but contrary to any other deposit, it's placed in an area with high levels of radiation. Okay, let's go somewhere else first then, right? I just saw a cargo drop there, right? Or something else. Can I get down there somehow? I'm assuming that we're gonna... Let's just run through there real quick and see how much radiation intake we get here. It's not that much, right? But still, it's nothing we really want to do too much. Secret Alien by Chris and Jack. A murderous alien hides among the crew of space mission. Oh great, that's a great movie to watch in this situation. Friendship will be put to the test.
Awesome. Another movie.
Trading card! Watching Speedway was the only fun thing I used to do with my father. When I told him who my favorite racer was, he cared enough to get me this trading card showing that racer. This might be the nicest thing he ever did for me. I guess he had a good day. I'm not that into Speedway anymore. Maybe I should give it another chance. And the Yerba kit. I wanted it at the lottery. The Gourd and Bombilla collected dust for years, but they looked too cool to be thrown away. Like a magic item that could connect me with my spiritual self or whatnot. I took it with me on the mission, hoping to get inspired to change coffee for yerba mate.
Yes. I was missing that.
I'm not much of a mate drinker myself, so... A new altar is ready. Alright. Let's go back then, I guess. We have our technician mining metals, so that's the most important thing currently. I wonder if we're gonna have some like portable radiation filters at some point. You're doing good work. And that's what they want us to do with the enriched metals down. Alright. Hello. Already been 8 hours? Wow. In-game, obviously. That's gonna be awkward. Is it ever gonna not be awkward?
Hey, how are you feeling?
Number 5. Oh yeah, we number 3.
Well,
No, the technician was number 3, right?
I'll be damned.
Why, he probably knows. Is he the creator of
You
all of this?
okay? Surprisingly, okay. Especially considering what I'm seeing.
Well, he should be knowing immediately what is going on, right?
Very clearly. Good. Do you, remember your name? Of course. But...
Well, that's gonna make it a lot less awkward.
I think you know perfectly well who I am.
And you also.
So let's not waste time. Just tell me, how much did you find?
60.
What? How much rupidium is there? Did we get a breakthrough?
A lot? Is it a lot? It's not that much.
That's not the most important thing at the moment. Except for the fact it's the primary goal of the mission.
Yeah, that's what I said as well, right?
Yes, but... Hey, wait. How do you know I found any rupidium at all?
Dude, because obviously he's here. Yeah, I think it's
Isn't
obvious.
it
Thank you.
obvious? I wake up seeing someone who looks and sounds like me, which has to mean we share the same DNA. Then there's the glasses. Well, what about them?
You don't have any.
They're fake. Probably just manufactured to make me
Okay.
feel more like myself, but completely unnecessary otherwise, because here I am with perfectly good eyesight in the womb module, which can only lead to one conclusion.
You've just been created.
That my body was created to replicate someone who doesn't wear glasses. You.
Oh, that's
And
funny.
To do that, of course, you would need to have found rupidium. Besides, I can see no other explanation for a sheep inside a space base. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's so good. Oh god, I love this guy. Why is he so much smarter than our Jan? They share the same DNA. He just went to science school at some point, right? It doesn't make it smarter, it's just more knowledgeable, but yeah. I love this. I love it. What did I want to say? I love that the game gives him fake glasses just because that's the cliche of how to recognize someone being smart in the scientist, right? And he's like, oh, I have glasses. I don't need glasses. So that means that it is that the womb decided to do this to me to be able to distinguish me from you. So good. Or to tell that I am a scientist and you aren't. This is great. I love this. You're right.
Wow.
It's impressive.
You're right. It's impressive. I did create you out of my DNA. We're not identical, of course. I can see you're not as quick to process information. And that's the
Fuck you.
interesting part. Yeah. Our bodies are the same, but our minds are not. I needed a scientist on board. But there's always a scientist on board. So, what went wrong?
Everybody's dead except for me.
The old crew is gone. They're all dead. That's why I needed to alter myself into different versions. With the use of the quantum computer on board and something called mind records.
Yeah, he's probably created all of that, so he knows.
A recalculated mind based on an
A part of it.
infinite amount of variables to contain the desired consciousness in a biological vessel. That actually sounds plausible. So, what do you need from me now?
To do science things. What else? Alright, I really, really love. I mean, it's to be expected from an 11-bit Studios game, right? But I really love that after the tutorial, they immediately give you control and multiple options as to what you do next. It's not like, oh yeah, and now you, as I thought before, maybe like you need to wait for another quest until you can do another altar. No, you can make it as soon as you want to. They just give you complete control over it, and you can choose which one you want to do. I could have chosen a miner first if I was like, oh, I want more metal, right? So I really like doing that, because a lot of modern games don't really do that anymore, because it increases the chance of the player failing, right? I mean, we might be doing something completely wrong here, because I don't know what is ahead, what looms ahead, which is exactly why I want to keep one slot open, right? Because I'm sure they're gonna throw rocks at me, and I'm probably gonna need a technician, not a technician, what else could we need? An astronaut to be able to... I'm probably gonna need Bruce Willis to fly up to that rock that they throw at me and explode it in space using a nuclear bomb, right? So that's why I'm gonna keep holding that last slot open, because I know that's what 11-bit studios are gonna do. But at the same time, I have space, a slot available for something that I want to put in there, something that I want to prioritize. And this is agency that you just don't have in a lot of modern games anymore, right? Well, actually, you do, but often, you know, like, you don't know the consequence of this. We know that 11-bit studios is going to throw rocks at us, so if I would just create a third altar now, which was going to be a miner just because I want to mine more metals, it's probably going to be a bad idea, because then we wouldn't be flexible to react to whatever looms ahead of us, right? In a different game, where it isn't like a survival game, not an 11-bit studios game, not a game where you know that something is gonna go awry in the future, you might just always want to max out whatever you can do at the current moment, right? And then the biggest consequence would be, oh yeah, you first need to build something to gain an additional slot before you can gain even more resources, right? So the drawback wouldn't be as big as it might be in this game. So the chance of failure increases if the developers give you agency like this earlier on in the game. And this is early on in the game, you just finished the prologue, right? I really love that they're doing this because it means that, first of all, they're telling you, well, if you fuck up, you fucked up. Your problem, start over again, right? Which so few games do nowadays, especially the big games. And second, because they trust you to do the right decisions, to make the right decisions, and then also live with those decisions, right? Which is also emphasized by the fact that you can't save. I mean, it saves automatically every day, and I think actually, I haven't tried so far. I haven't tried loading a different save than the current day, right? But again, with this, they really emphasize no saves coming. You have to live with your decisions here. I love it. What do you need from me? I don't think he needs some rest first. He just slept for an eternity. He was literally just created, so I think also he's probably pretty eager to get to work
We
immediately.
have to get our research lab running at once. We need to make some improvements fast if we want to succeed.
Then I guess the sooner I start, the better.
You're right. Why don't you start with
Going through the mission logs. I need to get the full picture first.
my thoughts
Sure.
exactly? Good. This might work.
I love this guy. Oh, this was the easiest. This is probably gonna be the easiest altar. Is he just gonna sit in the corner there now? Okay. Oh, okay, he's gonna sit next to Molly and go through the mission logs, I guess. So I can see there's a
Hey, Molly.
chat bubble
What are
next
you
to
up to,
the
little
technician.
rascal?
I want to give them names. I don't want to call them just the technician, the scientist. How are you gonna call the technician? Obviously, scientist is gonna be Professor Jan, which isn't a different name. That's stupid. But they're all called Jan, so I don't know. We could make them, like different versions of Jan, like Jan, Janosch, John. But that's stupid because I can't. Okay, let's call them technician and scientist for now. Okay, whatever. Let's not get too attached to them, I guess. So he's going through the mission logs, which means that he's not working in the lab currently, right? Which is fine, I guess. Scanwave, yeah, we've seen that. Base, enriched metals. Interestingly, you can harvest metals and enriched metals there, right? That's very interesting. Enriched metals can be divided into metals and organics. Huh. Oh, I was assuming we would need them also for buildings as resources themselves, but maybe not. Alright, so next thing, we need a second mining outpost for organics, even though we're bursting with organics currently, so maybe not that important right now. I do want to build... I think the workshop is over here, right? Yeah. A cartridge so that we can melt those rocks. And see what's behind there. Oh, it's fine. Okay, so if you are indeed already willing to work, then please go to the research lab. Nothing cute. All right. Research. Oh, maybe that's why he didn't go there immediately, because you haven't queued anything yet, right? Okay, so I do want the recycler, I'm pretty sure. Because passive income is always king. We don't need a second workplace, I'm pretty sure. We have a base maintenance module? Maybe the machinery. And I do want metal efficiency for now. We're going, as long as we can do, we're always going to go economy. Just by my experience from Frostpunk, mainly because you cannot research things you really need to if you don't have the resources to do so. Researching is complicated and requires proper education. You need a scientist to be able to use the research lab. And we got a call waiting for us. I think we're gonna leave them hanging for a bit, leave them in the... Oh, it's 2 rock blockades. Interesting. Leave them in the queue for now. Can I place down a waymark or something? No, too bad. Okay. Because we can easily pick up the phone once we are in the evening, where we are tired and radiation is going on outside, right? Right, I can see more metals behind here. I hope that's not the only thing behind here. Oh, dang. We already had a cartridge, okay. Didn't have to. You see that? This might take a while though, right? No, okay. Pretty much immediate. Destroying a rock wall to clear the path uses up 1 drill cartridge. You can craft them in the workshop. Yeah, I already did so because I wasn't sure. I didn't know that it already came with one. Some metals to extract over there. Oh, obviously we need to find more rubidium, right. We also have gathered in the kitchen. Speaking of rubidium, a deep rubidium deposit. Wow. Well, I'm pretty sure that's the second thing we're gonna want to mine, right? Just realized we don't have a mining outpost yet. Second one. Wow. Okay. Well. Okay. I'm assuming that at some point we're gonna get a countdown again, saying us that sunrise is gonna be in X amount of days, right? Rubidium. Not a rock blockade over there. Interesting. There's a lot of rock blockade. Let's explore a little more until we're getting tired here. This is gonna lead to the rubidium, right? Is that rubidium lying around there? That's interesting. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's just more rubidium. Okay. Alrighty, let's pick up the rubidium. Map, please. Then head back. Pretty sure we already put in a radiation filter into our radiation shield, right? Speaking of radiation. Yeah, actually, I think traveling pylons, yeah, are the same as a normal pylon, but it just needs more of them, right? So we want to avoid using them as much as possible. We're not far from base yet, right? Or from another outpost. So I don't think we need traveling pylons for anything currently. Oh, I also needed to recharge at some point, right? All right, let's have a look at how our altars are doing, and then pick up the phone.
I'm also Jan, obviously. This will never not be weird. Anyway, make yourself at home.
Cheers.
This is so wholesome so far. It can't be going on like that, right? I'm assuming the speech bubble is just because we can still give him the multi-tool. And since we cannot give it to the scientist, I'm assuming we can actually only give one collectible to one specific altar, right? So let's give it to him and see what it's gonna do. Although I'm still not sure if I should keep it for a moment when he might be going, you know, like, might have a bad day or something, bad mood. But let's just give it and see what it does, actually.
I brought it on this mission, but thought that maybe it could mean something to you too. My lucky old multi-tool. No wonder you took it with you. This little baby never ever let me down. Yep, I thought it might come in handy. Of course, every man of the house should have one. It sure helped me feel like one when the time came. Thanks, man.
You're welcome. Find a good vantage point and look around. I didn't even look at that. Wait, it's down. Okay. Right. Okay, scientist is in the storage. Interesting. Maybe he wants to be alone. Or just look at what we have stored. Lucas!
About time. I'm in some deep shit here.
So you're not at your destination yet?
Nope, there's a lava river.
We're stuck. There's a freaking lava river blocking our way.
Do you think you can cross it?
I think so. He doesn't think so. I'm on it. I just need time.
I'm on it. Just need a little time.
Right. Well, I got in touch because I have some news for you.
Sure, hit
Good
me.
news and, well, just news.
At least not bad news, right? Well, just news. What's the bad
What's
news?
the bad news?
You didn't listen. There's no bad news.
I did listen.
First of all, I've been informed that a rescue party is being organized.
Organized. You mean they're not on their way yet? What the hell are you waiting for?
Mr. Dosky, please.
Oh, I hate it when people ask me to calm
No
down.
matter how long the procession, it will always end up in church.
What?
Just a thing my grandma used to say when I was a kid and tired of doing my homework.
Except this is not about your homework.
Sure. But you gotta understand, your mission got dispatched pretty far away. We still haven't mastered teleport.
Patient? How long will it
How
take
long
them?
do you think it'll take them to get organized?
All I can say is, they know it's an emergency.
Well, that doesn't help me. And that long.
Don't shoot the messenger, man. I'm really trying to help.
Your job to ensure
I
our
thought
safety.
you were responsible for the navigation system. Isn't it your job to make sure we're safe wherever it sends us?
Well, it's what I'm doing right now, isn't it? Making sure you're safe. Step by step, we'll get your procession
Tell that to the
safely
other
to
7
church.
dead crew members.
So, what's the other news?
Well, I know you have a lot on your plate right now.
Oh, there comes the
but
pressure, right?
There's a request from my boss directly. Before we get you out of there,
Makes sense.
we want you to retrieve as much Rapidium as possible.
Sure. Dude, why does it give me all these... Obviously because I'm Jan and not myself, but it's obvious that they want me to do that. Figures.
Figures.
Oh, at least he didn't say what was on the option
Probably
there.
worthless to your higher-ups without
There we go.
him anyway.
It's sure gonna give your rescue mission wings if that's your kind of incentive.
Of course.
My boss will want to speak to you shortly. And you'll see how important it is.
I kind of missed
He's
it,
not
but...
some kind of empty three-piece suit if that's what you're afraid of.
I kind of missed it, but...
I
How did they-
shouldn't be telling you this, but it was his idea to, you know, let you in on the branching procedure. By the way, is your altar doing any better?
So, I might have missed it because I'm pretty sure they talked about it briefly at some point, but how exactly did they discover Rapidium? Because it doesn't seem to be any natural occurrences on Earth or something, right? Because that's why they sent us somewhere else. So, did they find it in a meteor or something, and that's why they don't have, you know, like a big amount of it? You're getting along much better.
We're getting along pretty well now. Thanks.
That's very good to hear.
Is this about you wanting to talk to him again?
No. No, none of that. My boss put it out of my mind. That's not to mess things up even more.
So, you admit it's a mess.
What? No, we just... You know what? I'm not commenting on that. Talk to my boss about it.
Sure, I'd like to. Tell me more about your
Tell
boss.
me more about this boss of yours. You mention him a lot.
He's the head of mining operations. Great mind, very open. You'll see. Doesn't normally do this, you know. Talk to people on space missions in person?
Oh, I feel so blessed.
You should.
He's not talking to me though,
He
right? Is
saved
he?
your life, in a way.
What's gonna happen?
Oh,
to
that's a
Will
good
when he's
question.
Back on Earth?
I don't know. I'm sure my boss will think of something. He always knows what to do.
You either really trust him or you're very good at not saying anything.
Maybe both. I'm not a natural talker.
Oh, you told me.
Ever tried working on it? You know, with a professional?
Not really. But my sister wanted to be a therapist, and she practiced on me when I was 5.
Hmm.
Oh? And how did that go?
She turned to breeding hamsters. I hope you're not laughing.
Oh, so good. I'm still not sure as to if this isn't just, you know, like the quantum computer playing tricks on my mind. Not on my mind, but impersonating these people, right? Because they have a complete mind record of myself. It wouldn't be any problem for them to impersonate Lena, for example, right? And then also, I mean, why would Lena suddenly just hook up with me like this? Like, but I mean, for now, it's fine, I guess, right? I mean, we're already a family.
Your family seems interesting. Got any more stories about them?
It's a big family. Brothers, sisters, cousins, uncles.
I mean, yeah,
Yours?
that sounds pretty normal.
I was the only child.
Wow. Can't imagine how that feels. Anyway, no time to talk about families now, right?
Let's get on with it
Okay.
then.
I better get back to work then.
Yes. Just remember about the Rapidium, Mr. Dulski. And wait for contact from my boss.
Okay, so he's gonna contact us at some point. Your life path has been updated. New branches and possible alterations are available in the quantum computer. Oh my god, they're giving us even more options. Are you kidding me? Can we do it from here? I don't think so, right? Really? Oh yeah, I just realized that it doesn't cost any resources so far, at least, right? So maybe economy isn't the most important thing. Also, I wanted to do recycler. Why am I doing metals now? Ugh, stupid me. Oh, because our tanks are full anyways, right? So. All right. Oh yeah, we are building. I was just thinking about building the greenhouse. But I would have to cancel the second miner for that, right? Well, I guess we need Rapidium for this anyways, and... yeah, let's do the miner first. Do the miner first. So, what can we do? We have like 1 hour left until we need to go to bed, right? Or should go to bed. Also, can we see the... radiation barrier on. I wonder if we can see the maintenance needed on our modules at some point. Because it doesn't seem like it would be of any use to, you know, like, just assign the technician for maintenance right now, because it doesn't seem like there's any maintenance to be done, right? Let's have a look at the new options that we have. Oh wait, maybe it just informed me now about what I've already seen before, right? Because this seems to be the exact same as before. Probably, yeah, okay. Okay, so they just informed us about what we already knew. Okay, so we're basically ahead of the of the quest here. Now the technician is down there, that's interesting. Have we not yet Oh no, we haven't even started with mining outposts. Yeah, okay, but I'm wasting time because in this view the time still keeps flowing, unfortunately. That seems, so let's go to bed. Sun is far away, that's nice to hear. But it's gonna catch up to us at some point for sure. Alright, let's get to work, people. Assignments, I think are clear so far, right? Yeah, let's do the quest. Now let's make the mining outpost and bring it over to the Rapidium.
God, can you come see me? There's a thing.
Sure.
Can't get
Wait.
rid of you.
What are you doing up here? You look tired.
Whoa, you look tired, man. Everything okay? I don't know. Maybe it's got something to do
There we
with
go.
sleeping on the floor?
Yeah, sorry about that.
I hadn't
I
thought of
did!
that.
I thought of that.
Of course not. You have your cozy captain's bed. All right. No need to be so dramatic about it. I'll get you a proper
I didn't
door.
get the option to build it. I would have
Sounds
built
like
it
a
if I could
promise.
have. Oh, we can track them manually. Interesting. Alright. Here. Dormitory. 40 metals. Alright, Jan, technician Jan, please get back to work. We need those metals. Did I complete the... I think I completed the second mining outpost, right? Yes, I did, okay. Alright. Do we actually have enough pylons to get over there? I think we only have 3 pylons, right? 3 more pylons, so that's probably not going to be enough. Bang. So we need 1 more. I only need the dormitory at the end of the day, right? I can build that at the end of the day, obviously. I can just wait a few seconds here until we get some more metal. Here. Been like 35 degrees, I think, outside today. Actually, let me open my window while we wait for some metal here. I mean, it is like 11 PM right now. But problem is with how building is built and insulated where I'm living in. Come on, does it take that long? The metal? Well, usually I guess the time automatically speeds up, right? So, which it doesn't right now. Can I see how long it takes? Get more metal? End of day estimate. Or do they collect slower than I do? Probably, right? I mean, I could go outside, get over to the Rapidium, and then once we have enough metal, have the scientists build more pylons, right? I guess it would make sense. Oh, he's also getting less than we do. Interesting. Oh, now he's finished. Okay, never mind then. Let's just quickly go back and build those pylons. As the problem is, my flat isn't really that hot during the day because I do have like a passive cooling here, right? With the floor heating, but it's just, you know, like cold water flowing through them in the summer. And so during the day it's not actually that hot, but in the evenings, you know, like once the walls have absorbed all the energy from the sun, you know, like it just heats up. Because now the heat from the walls gets into the room, right? Because of the insulation, it can't go out. Well, it's less Yeah, I don't know. It's just really warm between like 8 p.m. and midnight. It's just really warm in here. Usually, the good thing is I can just open the window to cool the flight down a little, right? But yeah, it doesn't really do a whole lot, and it's also 25 degrees Celsius outside, which isn't the case today. It was so yesterday, but today it's a little cooler because we just had a storm, and I think it's gonna rain tomorrow again, so it's not that bad. But currently, it's really hot, and also I have the ring light in front of me, which heats me up even more. So ugh. I obviously give you the recycler. That's what I actually wanted, not the. Well, I mean, actually, no. Metals efficiency is still pretty good, I think. But the recycler, I mean, we still have a lot of organics anyways, right? So we don't actually need the recycler, but passive income is just king, so let's get it. We did create silence, right? Yes. 6 should be enough, I think, right? Alright, let's get over to the Rapidium. And take a... No. Yes, okay. Electricity line with us. So we don't have to build it afterwards. I think it was over here, right? Oh, does it? Oh, it needs to be in line of sight, I guess, right? That might make it a little more difficult. Oh no, it's not in there, never mind. We need more pilots. Yes, you're gonna hear that sentence a lot from me. Dang, we need to be a little less efficient here. We have 3 more, I hope that's gonna be enough. Oh yeah, it is enough. Actually, that might be enough already, right? Probably don't have a line of sight. But you can still try. Alright, let's see. Okay, so it does automatically fill up our energy again over there after each evening, each morning. Oh, take it back. Over there? Really? So either this is just all pretty shallow, because it isn't red, right? At all. Or it's not actually inside here. Oh no, there we go. Okay. Alright. Now we need to hook it up, obviously. There we go. Now we can mine Rapidium. We're still at max organics, so no immediate need to build another mining outpost for the organics. I wonder where this is leading. Another rock blockade, right? But I also need to jump up there first. I think we're rather gonna go over here to explore, right? I'm gonna assume this is gonna connect back up again anyways at some point. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just mine a bit of Rapidium for the rest of the day. And then explore more tomorrow. It's only giving us 6, okay. Because we do need Rapidium to build the greenhouse at some point, right? Alright, now let's build the dorm, obviously. And I think we should be good for today, right? 4 people. The module includes comfortable single beds and is equipped with air conditioning. Oh, nice. Pretty comfy. Pretty big, though. Makes sense, right? And the base mass is increasing and increasing. Gonna assume that once we can expand the base, we're also gonna have an expanded tank. Because at some point we're not gonna be able to make the journey if not, right? Can we build storage actually? Oh yeah, we can, okay. Gives 120 storage. Infirmary, social room. Yeah, greenhouse and social room, but we don't have any minerals yet, so we need to find minerals, right? A place for the crew to relax. Spend time with the crewmates playing beer pong and watching movies. The couch upholstery is stain resistant, unlike the beer pong table. Okay. You have any other tasks right now? No, just find a way out. Oh, they both want to talk to us. Okay. Then let's have a social meeting.
What a week, huh?
Hey, good music, nice. Pretty cozy. I like it, it's pretty cool. Is that fine? Like that? I built a dormitory.
Hey, I built that dormitory you asked for. Hallelujah. I hope you sleep well tonight. I'll sleep like a full-fledged member of an advanced civilization. Sweet dreams, then.
I like how sarcastic he is. Wait, where did the scientist go? To the dorm. I think we don't have radiation barrier up to night, right? Which makes sense because the scientists wouldn't profit from it. In terms of the reduction that it gives. Oh, you're settling in.
So, how are you? Settling in all right? Settling in is overrated. I analyze reality from wherever I am, however uncomfortable the angle. There's always an observation to be made. I'd love to hear what you managed to observe. This place is not run optimally.
Obviously. Can you teach me how to run it better?
Yeah, I know. I wasn't trained to command a mission. But now that you're here, with your experience, I'd love to pick your brain. Do you think you could mentor me? Good thinking. First of all, you need to set long-term goals and draw up a roadmap for each of them. Remember to include all unpredictable variables in the equation. That way you can have contingency plans at the ready for each instance. All right, slow down. Prioritize resources.
That's what we're doing.
Do not waste time on idle conversations with the crew.
Fuck you.
Hide the booze. Don't be cheap on coffee. That's slow enough for you?
That's why we're only talking to you at the evening when we can't go outside anyways. Team building is important.
You've just crossed out every team building exercise on my list. The people are there for the mission, not the other way round. Truth is, I really wish we could make use of the tech I worked on for all these imaginary years. It would
Interesting.
make things so much easier if it existed.
Interesting. So he calls them imaginary years, and he would know how the technology works, right? So that gives a little that lowers the probability of my theory that, you know, we're plucking those consciousnesses from other realities. A little bit. What was your research about?
So what exactly was your research about?
I'm not sure if
space exploration.
I'm not sure if
We went from
time
a humble
advances started
startup to making
talking.
headlines in a few months. Taking our solutions to the front line was my dream come true. The data we could bring back.
You had big plans for it.
You had big plans for it. Well, now it's all gone.
Don't think I know how he feels.
Turning it over in your head won't get you anywhere. You should focus on the work you need to do here and now. I never thought I'd say it, but yes, you're right. Let's get Rapidium back to Earth, and maybe later, we'll see.
And then we'll see what happens to you. Yeah. Kind of funny how all the beds are just a mess, even though nobody slept in them yet, right? Like, why? Alright. Should we build something? I mean, we could... We don't have the metals to build another outpost, unfortunately. I'm also disputing with myself if I should be creating another altar. As I said before, I do want to be flexible at some point when we need another one, right? But having someone else who will just be mining Rapidium or organics or something, right, would be really good. No branching path from the scientists so far. Like the miner might be a good idea, right? I feel like we're gonna need a doctor at some point. But the botanist would also be nice. 100% efficiency. Which might mean that it's probably gonna... It might either mean that he's gonna need less time, but it might also be that he needs less resources for it, right? Then again, we need to build the greenhouse first, for which we don't have the metals right now. So a miner would really be nice, because our technician isn't really mining too fast as it seems, right? Interesting, it doesn't go down, it doesn't unlock those paths immediately, huh? Wonder how to unlock those. Oh no, never mind. This is level 1 and this is level 2. I thought this was on all one level. Never mind then. Unlocks the technology needed to convert alks to organics. It's alks? The heck? Oh, we can queue something afterwards. Interesting. Yeah, we still need to find minerals, because as long as we don't have minerals, we cannot build quite some stuff, I think, right? Let's go to bed.
What if we don't make it in time to escape the sun?
Then we'll die.
That would be a really shitty way to go.
That's why we should stop wasting time on catastrophic visions and focus on getting out of here.
Yeah.
I like the new metals outpost. Good, solid choice.
Okay. Alright, and because we can only save at the beginning of the day, and we're reaching the estimated length of an episode with going to bed right now, except if something happens right now, this is where we're gonna end this episode of Gilgamesh playing The Altars. Thank you so much for watching. Technician and scientists are arguing. Thank you so much for watching. We're gonna take care of that next time. Until then, looking forward to it. Take care. Bye-bye.